Ariane walked briskly to the pedestrian lane to take a bus ride, going to her interview appointment. As she waited for the green light, it started to rain. Ariane crossed hurriedly to the pedestrian lane, but the rain turned into a sudden, heavy downpour. Ariane ran towards the waiting shed and brushed off her clothes to dry herself out from the rain while murmuring, "Why did I ever forget my umbrella? Now I have to wait for the rain to stop." She looked at her phone to see the time. Ariane sighed, starting to worry. Will I be able to make it on time? I'm getting late. Then she heard voices shouting at each other. She noticed an angry elderly woman yelling at the top of her voice, so mad at a young man whom Ariane thought was her son. The woman was begging the young man to stop putting the flowers to his cart. The guy was so irritated that he told the woman to stop. Ariane could sense that something was wrong, so she decided to intervene. "Why are you doing this to the elderly woman? You should return everything to her because that is stealing." The thief sneered at her. "Mind your own business, troublemaker." The thief ignored Ariane and kept on taking the flower pots. While doing this, a police officer who was passing by heard their arguments, so he quickly walked to them.
"Hey, easy young man. What seems to be the problem here?"
The elderly woman explained. "This lovely lady helped me to stop this rude boy from stealing my business, but he would not listen."
The police officer took the young man in custody, and the elderly woman was jubilant for Ariane's help. Ariane noticed that the rain stopped, and although slightly wet, she courteously bowed to the woman to leave.
"Wait, my young lady. Please accept this rose as my gratitude. This is my small way of repaying your kindness."
Ariane chimed in and said, "You don't have to do this, ma'am. Anyway, I love roses, thank you. I have to go now. I don't want to be late for my interview." Ariane rushed into a building, and there she accidentally bumped into a tall man. He looked debonair and aristocratic, and was walking with a lady who seemed to be his assistant, conversing in a low voice. Ariane promptly apologized and said, "Excuse me, sir, I'm sorry." The man looked at her dourly and bluntly said something that displeased Ariane.
"Are you blind? Then you would say you're sorry?" The man stared at her severely.
"I said I'm sorry. If I were blind, you should be the one who would say sorry to me. It's no big deal." Ariane clicked her tongue and gave a snub stare to the man. When the elevator opened, Ariane rushed inside the elevator behind them as the bodyguard fended off other people who also wanted to ride the lift. Unaware of her agility for having sneaked without getting noticed, the bodyguard was astonished and annoyed.
"You are not supposed to be here, miss. It is."
"Forget it, she's already here. And what floor are you supposed to go, miss?" he asked Ariane. She quickly clicked the 20th button.
As Ariane hurried out of the lift, she unmindfully dropped the white rose she had tucked between her envelope and handbag. The executive quickly picked it up and was amazed when he recalled what the white rose symbolized. Why is the executive get amazed by the white rose that Ariane dropped absent-mindedly? Will this insignificant event have an impact on their lives? Series 4 follows.